Greetings. Hello, welcome, all y'all in chat. We are here to continue the preliminaries for the Villain Melee. As a reminder, the idea of the Villain Melee is that it is a 21-person double elimination tournament where each person can only play one villain, and each villain can only be played by one person. Yesterday, we had the first few preliminaries to determine who would be playing certain villains. So far, we have on our roster Captain Hook will be played by Knick-Knack. Horned King will be played by Weight of Glory. Jafar will be played by J2. Lady Tremaine will be played by Wacko. Lotso will be played by Shrimp Taco. And Queen of Hearts will be played by Zachary. And we're going to start off with, as you can see here, a Dr. Facilier. We are waiting on a couple more players. Yeah. This is to determine who gets to play Dr. Facilier, because we're doing these preliminary roles. And I have today as a co-commentator, Baby Daisy Lover, whose name is a little bit too long to have fully on the screen here, so you are just Baby Daisy currently.
That's fine.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Excited for these matches. Dr. Facilier is definitely going to be an interesting one.
Certainly. So we are currently waiting on a couple more players to hop in. I do know that one of them in particular, Chocolate, who is very fond of this particular character, has a busy day today and was specifically setting aside time to come to this. So I'm going to give him a couple more minutes to show up. Chat, how are y'all doing tonight? How are you feeling about this brawl? Who do you think might take it? And also, co-commentator, what do you feel?
For the or for the tournament overall, or just this game?
Just this first game here.
It's really hard to say who will win in a Dr. Facilier free-for-all when any of them could win at any time.
That's true.
With Facilier,
Noctis
get
Facilier
the
is rather
things, and
notorious for that.
anytime after that you can win.
I'm being told to turn my volume up. I will move my microphone closer to my face. How is this? Is this loud enough? I am leaning into my microphone. Is this
I can tell
better?
it's loud, at least.
What was that?
I can tell that it's louder, at least.
Okay. All right. I will very deliberately keep my microphone close to my face. I'm trying not to like shout or anything because I'm going to be talking for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
But this should be fun. All right, we do have word. Chocolate is on its way, so we'll give him a couple minutes to slot in here. I think that will probably cap it off then. We have not heard from the potential fifth player. So I think it's just going to be a 4-player match today. After Dr. Facilier, we are going to do Yzma right after that, and then Ursula. And then we're going to just work through them as they come. It's looking like the next ones today should be Cruella, Gaston, Hades, and Madame Mim. The order that happens in will be determined by the outcomes of these matches. Yeah. Looks like...
Do you have specific spots players on TTS? They were asking that in the chat.
What is being asked here? What about TDS?
For the players in the game, do you have a specific spot you want them in?
Oh,
so you can fit
yes. I think Aiden is maybe not in the best spot here. Yeah. It's a little easier if everyone's like snug up next to each other. Okay. Whoop. Aiden just lost his hand. We scooch closer together so we can fit a 4th pin. Chalk is on his way. Do. Wow. So yeah, so let's refresh. What is Dr. Facilier here doing? Dr. Facilier's objective, we can zoom in here, is to control the talisman and successfully rule New Orleans, and he has this fortune pile. So what Dr. Facilier is doing is he has this special fortune pile, which is where cards can get put over the course of the game. And then he has a special card, and the cards will tell that Aiden is apparently reading the guide. I hope this is a joke. He plays cards with Tell. That reveals cards randomly out of the fortune pile, and some of his cards have fortune effects. One of those cards is Rule New Orleans, which, if it's revealed that way by the cards will tell, while he has control of the talisman item, he wins the game. So these players are going to be looking for the talisman. They're going to be looking for Rule New Orleans. And the first person to pull out Rule New Orleans while controlling the talisman will be our winner here. And as Baby Daisy mentioned earlier on, this can be purely based on luck. Because you shuffle up this fortune pile, and however many cards are in it, there is always a chance that you will pull out Rule New Orleans. Yeah.
We're gonna probably see a lot of visits to Tiana's place this game, since you get that discard and fate.
Looks like Chocolate is having a little bit of trouble loading in. Some tech issues on his end. Hopefully that can be fixed. He has joined into the voice channel. So Chocolate is here. He's just not quite here yet. Okay. Hopefully this can be sorted out. Hooray for Tabletop Simulator, all these sorts of things causing delays. Yeah. All right, chat, Baby Daisy Lover, let's start taking bets. How long in minutes do you think this brawl will take here with 4 players?
With 4 players, I think that will add to the time. So I'm gonna say 10.
Only 10 minutes. Okay. I guess it does depend on how quickly players play. We did see a couple matches. The Captain Hook match, the Queen of Hearts match went real quick. I am not sure if this is a joke or not. One of the players is saying he needs to read the guide and is asking if he can ask questions.
I can try and be watching the chat if there's questions like that.
Yes, Queen of Hearts was very fast. That was a very quick game. It was a very good game, too. We're hoping for all these to be good games. All right, so all 4 of our players are in the voice chat right now. I think I'm going to hop over and see what might be going on. What's delaying Chocolate here?
Okay. I just got home. I'm having problems with Steam. I'm joining in right now.
Okay. I was just checking.
I'm going to use my phone as a hotspot.
Aha.
Thank you.
So you're almost in?
Yep.
Okay. Gotten ETA?
Yep, 30 seconds. Like, as soon as I can log in.
Awesome.
Cannot connect to the Steam network.
Okay.
Great.
All right. I will hop back to the commentary channel then.
Cool.
All right. These delays happen sometimes. We're only 11 minutes late right now. It is okay. We can get out the jitters. Yeah. I really need to get more sleep, I think. I'm just my brain is fog. And yeah, but we need to keep this interesting. We need to keep people entertained. This is a job of entertaining. So I'm going to natter and ramble and say things. Because we got to keep viewers.
What's your favorite card in Facilier's deck?
my favorite card in Dr. Facilier's deck. Okay, so I actually quite like Sleight of Hand. And I think a lot of people, a lot of Dr. Facilier players dislike it because
Yeah,
there's that very small chance that you'll have to discard the Talisman or Roll New Orleans. But on the whole, for the most part, it gets you through your deck a lot faster.
yeah,
And if you do have to make that decision, you do have terror for later on.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. It's a better decision to go with Rule New Orleans in that case, as in discarding it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would probably say that mine is the Voodoo Dolls, since they give you so much board control.
They really do.
Might be a bit too powerful, but that's kind of how everything goes with Dr. Facilier's deck.
Yeah, I think like people are like, "Oh, Dr. Facilier is so powerful," and like he kind of is, but I think he is balanced around the idea that Tiana is gonna get played,
Yeah,
and Tiana
for
sets his costs to where they should be,
yeah.
which is entertaining.
Facilier is not designed with the other player ignoring him in mind.
Hmm.
Do you think that we'll see much of Terror getting triggered this game? As they can all
Oh yeah,
pretty
absolutely. We're gonna see terror all over the place. We're gonna see desperation all over the place. Um,
definitely desperation. But
mhm.
I feel like between the two, Terror is a bit easier for them to avoid since they don't get any fading or discarding when they're at the Bayou. They could play what's the Friends on the Other Side while they're at Tiana's place or Voodoo Emporium as well to get 3 power, but
But here's the thing: the Bayou has that double play, and double plays. Dr. Facilier really likes double plays. If you can
yeah.
like double play Talisman Real New Orleans, that's fantastic. Um, so I think we will be seeing both conditions going off.
Desperation, I think, is going to be the real let's tide changer, especially because both all of them are going to have such a hard time avoiding it, and it's such a good card to get off if you can.
Oh yeah, because we will very likely see some masked spirits getting dropped into fortune piles.
Someone's going to get it at least.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're still waiting on Chocolate to actually join the room. Hmm.
You can't see the server is what Perp is saying.
Okay, I just saw that. Okay. What we can do is reload up the server. Hmm? Did that work? Result, no connection. Okay. There we go. All right, we see a bunch of hands, which let's just shuffle those back in. Nope. Not the die. Come here. Wow, okay, this is... Thank you, TDS, so much for whatever that was. Wow, TTS is deciding to be awful right now. Okay.
Is the server back up?
The server is back up, yes.
There we go.
Okay, TTS is being especially awful right now. So you can see, we're seeing that the session failing right before someone joins. Of all times to be pulling this nonsense, it had to be right now, right in front of my salad.
Gee.
Oh, that's something has happened. Well, Perb has made it back in. We are waiting on Aiden and Allegrat and Chocolate to make it in.
There's Chocolate.
There's Chocolate. Okay, now we need Allegrat and Aiden to get back in. Chocolate stealing Allegrat's color.
I've never seen. On my screen, it says that Chocolate Rain has like a bad connection.
I'm seeing a slightly worse connection than others, but it's not too bad.
I mean, like it has like a little extra icon next to it to say that. I've never seen that before.
I'm not seeing it on my end.
Chocolate Rain changed off the teal.
Okay.
There's Aiden Cooper.
All right. Now we're just waiting on Allegrat. That is too many cards, Chocolate. Oh no. This is gonna be awful, isn't it? This is gonna be a TTS nightmare.
Oh, this is the wrong deck. I said in the Villain Melee that his Steam is having issues.
Oof. Okay, Steam. Hold it together, Steam. You can do this. You can do this, Steam. We're so close. We're so close. What is this? Okay, Allegrat is restarting his computer. Hopefully that fixes the problem. Okay. Yeah, let's get that. I'll do that. So we are rolling the die.
Looks like Aiden took over is going first.
Yep.
We've got Aiden took over on the left. This one on the second left is going to be Alacrat. Middle right is Perb 97 and Chocolate Rain is far right. Is that correct?
Yeah. So we're going Aiden, Alacrat, Perb, Chocolate Rain. Aiden, Alacrat, Perb, Chocolate. Provided Perb can actually get in. And if Alacrat is actually able to join, this will be our first 4-player match. So we will be using the Fate token. So the original rules only had you do the Fate token for 5 or 6 players, but in Perfectly Wretched, they switched it up to 4 players, and I think that is good. You should use the Fate token in 4-player. Alacrat is having problems connecting to Steam. Could not connect to Steam. Oh no. Alright, how many others is Alacrat signed up for? Alright. Okay, it looks like Alacrat has resolved his Steam issues? Maybe? I'm rooting.
There we go.
Hey! Alright, everyone, cross your fingers, cross all your toes, knock all the wood you see.
Right.
Alright, we want orange, teal, pink, blue.
All right. Mulligan's done. We're finally about to start.
And we're off! Let's go.
We started at 27.
Alacrat here going to Tiana's place, playing Friends on this side is a safe gain through power because terror doesn't do anything on the first turn. Discarding the cards will tell. And our first fate here. Who will it be? Who will it be?
We're going with chocolate, it looks like. Yep.
And chocolate is getting fated. That is a useless evening star. Oh, and an early Tiana. That hurts. But it is on the player with the most power, so it won't hurt as much as it might. Where is Tiana going?
To the bayou, it looks like.
Okay, that's probably the most inoffensive place for her to go.
I was gonna say, that's probably not where I would have put her, but there's value to putting her there still.
Well,
I probably would have chose Tiana's Palace to block that discard.
Yeah. So Alec is going to the Bayou. Playing the first talisman.
Off to an early lead, it looks like. Unless sleight of hand. So we could still see a talisman this turn.
Discarding illusion powder and cards, friends on this side. And we are playing the other sleight of hand.
Interesting.
Perb getting quite a ways through his deck, discarding a Mass Spirits. Will not be trying. And then Chocolate going to the Parade. And Shadow Man. That's exactly what you want in this situation. Though honestly, I might have held onto Shadow Man in hand so that it doesn't get evening starred. But the likelihood of getting faded again while you have the fate token is lessened. And we already saw one evening star go by.
I can't see Chocolate's cards, so I'm going to jump in and out of the server real quick.
Okay. Oh, we see our first terror.
There we go.
Getting back a sleight of hand. More sleight of handing.
Oh, another talisman. Down from Aiden took over there.
And another terror. That's 2 terrors off of Perb. And
we've seen 2 talismans.
Let's move this way a little. Yeah, that's better.
New Orleans.
More friends. All the friends. Discarding some Shadow Spirits and just passing on by. Looks like Chocolate's Shadow Man will be safe. Perb going to Tiana's place, playing that sleight of hand. Then he picked back up. Discarding a Frog Form and a Mass Spirits. Perb here just churning through his deck. So it's still at 21, 23, 24. Perb only has 17 cards left in his villain deck. And is going to be Fate and Alec. What do we see? An Evening Star and a Juju. So Juju can steal a talisman, but Juju is the worst talisman grabber if there isn't an item.
Yeah, but you can't play Evening Star, so Juju has to go on the board.
So Juju with a frog form on is just, you can kill him whenever, it doesn't matter. So you just wait until your best time. We see Chocolate gets rid of Tiana. Let's spend 1 power on some Voodoo Dolls. And is going to return the favor to Aiden took over. We see a forced almost there. probably for the best. Oh, looks like it wasn't shuffled. So we're making sure Aiden's fate deck is shuffled here.
Looks like it wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, Big Daddy.
Oh. Well, Big Daddy can steal the talisman, but there's no Rule New Orleans yet to put back
I
in.
don't want to see that as anyone that isn't Aiden took over. Although he will have to be defeated, so he can come back again later.
Yes, he can. Although you can time that so it works better.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're deciding how to put Big Daddy up. Alright, I need... There we go. Aiden going to Tiana's place. Dropping down some voodoo dolls.
They're not enough strength to get rid of Big Daddy by themselves.
Nope, but they can be used in conjunction with something else later.
Yeah, like a frog form even.
And it looks like Aiden's choosing not to fate, holding on to the fate token. No, we are fating. We are fating Perb here. Eudora! Oh, oof. Now this is not the best thing. So you are covering a bunch of spots, but these are two primo talisman stealers that are being wasted.
Yeah, I would have honestly just played Ray and left Eudora.
Or if you play Eudora anywhere, I would put Eudora at Voodoo Emporium. But maybe these people know something I don't, because they're all covering Bayou.
Oh, another terror. And the cane.
Cane's very nice. Cane can't fate, but you can get in 2 plays here. Looks like we're having some arguing about how to use the cane.
Yeah, I think he might have tried to gain 3 power using the cane. Another friends.
Yeah, sorry about... I mean, it is very zoomed out, so we can see all the players. You may need to squint to look at things. We see Lawrence getting thrown
Lawrence
out.
not going to Juju's location for some reason.
Well, again,
Sure.
Juju can just hold on to the talisman. It doesn't really matter all that much. Perb,
Yeah,
the final sleight of hand.
Unless there's more terror.
Oh my god.
It can still come back again.
There's only 13 cards left. That is wild.
Chocolate and Perb have not yet played either of their 2 cards, the Talisman or RNO, Rule New Orleans. Although Perb is a lot farther through the deck than Chocolate is.
It looks like Perb is going to fate Alec. Ooh. Yeah, I would dump Lawrence in the pile here. That's going to do you more good than Charlotte right now.
Yeah, you want to save Charlotte for later when she can do a bit more.
But also, like, Lawrence is a very... you could argue that any of Dr. Facilier's allies are his best ally, but Lawrence is a particularly good one.
Oh, still going with Charlotte, though.
Okay. We may see Lawrence get moved here, and he is moved. But Perb does get to put cards into Alec's fortune pile here.
Shadow Spirits.
Which is going to hurt.
And 1 going back.
Probably a Cards Will Tell or Rule New Orleans.
We've got Chocolate's Lawrence. Oh, there's a Desperation
desperation
from Aiden. Grabbing the only card in there, the friends on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Moving Big Daddy over.
Guess that Aiden is fine having the discard there blocked. We're seeing sleight of hand
Mm-hmm.
from Aiden now instead of Perb.
Yep. Well, you've got the talisman. There is 0 risk anymore.
Master Spirits in the discard pile where you want them.
And we are discarding that friends on the other side and another friends on the other side. And just drawing back up. We pass to Alec here. Going to the parade, gaining 2 power, moving over the cane. Discarding Shadow Man, playing Voodoo Dolls.
Already moved to those, so we can't move them yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Voodoo Dolls are fine where they are. Lawrence can take out Charlotte if necessary.
Discarding Terror.
Well, if you need to get 3 deck, you need to get 3 deck.
Yeah. And Voodoo Dolls for Ray or Eudora. They're
Moving
getting
over
moved.
Ray. The party in the bayou. And we're going to see probably some discarding here.
That's 1. 2. Is anyone going to play Desperation? We do see them.
I told you we were going to see both conditions. Alec getting back some Shadow Spirits. All right, and it's back over to Chocolate, who gets some friends. Discarding Shadow Spirits, the other friends.
8 on 8.
And Evening Star and Evening Star.
There
Well, goodbye,
goes Voodoo Dolls. All of the Evening Stars have gone by for 8 in there.
Mm-hmm.
So any more allies are going to be safe for a while. 2 power, it looks like. Play Lawrence.
Mm-hmm. Get back
Now,
out an ally.
safe.
Oh,
and there's New Orleans.
This does put Aiden at WinCon. There's only 2 cards in that
And
fortune
he's
pile.
got the fate token.
Looks like counting the fate discard pile here.
Only got Evening Star in it.
And only 1 fate can get thrown at Aiden right now.
Even Mama Odie isn't going to do a whole lot for him.
Yeah, it has to be
Almost there. Or Charlotte.
Yeah, it has to be either of those.
Using Mass Spirits to vanquish Charlotte instead of Lawrence.
Which is a good use of resources. Okay, Fading Chocolate is a risk.
Got Mama Odie, though, which is nice when she's not going to steal the talisman, so she'll have the option to stay around. The Perb is also going to Fate, probably going to throw it down on Aiden, since he's not got the token anymore.
Yep.
That's 2 discards. Or no, that's just 1, sorry. The other card was played. Let's see what Aiden gets. Oh, Tiana.
Or Juju. Tiana would do it, actually.
Emporium will, yeah.
That's wild. Are we going to see Lawrence get moved?
Looks like we're not. I don't particularly blame him. He can still win on the next turn. So Mama Odie's going away from Chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
You've got illusion powder at the parade. Chocolate's gonna be able to take the token off of Aiden again.
Lewis and Ray. Now, Alec isn't in the worst position because he does have the cane at
Tiana's place. That's usually where I like to put the cane.
Yeah. So you can still fate and do other stuff. Okay.
Back to Aiden's turn.
As a clutch Tiana managed to
Oops,
repay the favor here.
Put the cane down at the Emporium. And Juju's in the discard pile, so that cane is safe.
Oh, the cane, you can't play that. It's too expensive because of Tiana. There's only 2 cards in here. We're discarding the cane. Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not.
I wouldn't discard it in case something happens before your next turn.
Yeah. Just getting
And
that
not
power.
discarding anything. No. So he definitely has that cards will tell in his hand. He doesn't have the fate token right now, though.
So he can be fated twice this round. Which he probably should be.
Using the cane to move Voodoo Dolls and Juju.
Nice.
Now that discard and gain 1 are open again. You can still play a card and fate.
Yep. Cane being very versatile.
Let's see. About to play something, maybe. Two powers, so it might be an illusion powder. Oh, Shadow Spirits.
And then you can discard. So Alec is still looking
Fading
for...
Eden first.
Yep. You need,
Almost
it
there.
has to be almost there. It has to be almost there.
Yeah. Mama Odie would be nice if the deck had more than 2 in it right now, but only got 2, so I would probably go with almost there so that it isn't a guaranteed win. How many? I'm not sure how many Mass Spirits Aiden has discarded. But everything might be going in.
Now we're seeing some decisions. Shadow Man, yep.
So there's
Something
a
goes
card
back on top. So it is now not guaranteed, but you still want to fade him again.
It's like Aiden might have shown accidentally that he does have a desperation in his hand.
Interesting. Chocolate got the early slammer of Tiana, but has not really. It's been left alone since then.
Up with Chocolate now. Charlotte and Evening Star, neither are going to do a ton.
Yeah, I mean, Evening Star would get rid of Voodoo Dolls. It's probably the better play here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Especially because he's only got 1 card in his fortune pile, and it's not particularly harmful one either. Oh, we're going with Charlotte instead.
Okay, what are we going to see thrown in? Looks like just
One card's
one
going
card
back on
left.
top. And then Chocolate's moving over to Tiana's place to throw one last fade at Aiden, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Even if a Mass Spirit does go in there, Cecilia can still, or Aiden can still win on his turn. Just one card discarded, probably because the
Yeah, you don't
avoiding
want desperation
situation.
going off.
Ooh,
Naveen or
Naveen.
Lewis? It's got to be Lewis. You can't play both of them.
It's not
Just
right.
one.
Or maybe going with him instead. Because Lawrence can't move over to Big Daddy's location, only Naveen's. So Naveen isn't a horrible option either.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we are going with Naveen.
I think Naveen might have been the better option almost. Because now that he's even being played to Lawrence's location, he can't be moved anywhere.
Because Big Daddy wasn't played, he was moved. Okay, just gonna get some power.
Oh, he was at the parade too, so we can't even go and use a move action there. Gonna cost 2 because of Tiana if you're playing Voodoo Dolls.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially not playing anything. Oh. Now we're still going with Voodoo Dolls.
Yeah, you don't want Tiana sticking around. Who is getting faded? Can't be Chocolate. Has to be someone else.
Looks like we're going with Perb.
Yep.
Perb still hasn't played any of his key cards yet. It might be in his hand though.
Perb has gone through a lot of his deck. There are only 8 cards left in his deck.
There's Tiana. Lawrence is also not going to be allowed to move.
I would leave Lawrence there anyway, so.
That's the end of the turn.
Mm-hmm. Where's Alec?
Aiden does still have a desperation in his
hand. Mm-hmm. But he also needs to still kill Big Daddy, which he needs an ally for. Oof. What is Alec gonna do? Chat is getting interesting.
I don't have the chat pulled up right now.
I have it on the side because I'm looking at it through OBS, so
Yeah.
it's up on the side.
I didn't want to have the voice chat and stream open at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the.
Ooh, real quick, just drop down Real New Orleans past the turn.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you have to do.
Well, it's either going to be Real New Orleans or Voodoo Dolls. The Real New Orleans is still going in there.
It absolutely is. So that is 4 cards in there for Alec.
Alex got 2 friends on the other side of Shadow Spirits also in there.
Looks like we skipped over Perb's turn. spring came late to New Hampshire, and
Okay.
hooray for allergies.
Perp just hit the button on accident. There's the talisman. So now, Chocolate's the only one who hasn't played the talisman.
And we are fading Alec, who needs fading.
I think Alec is in a slightly better position right now.
Yeah, Alec has more stuff on the board. I think you go Naveen here and
Yeah.
move
Do
Juju.
the same thing that you did to Aiden.
Yeah, I think Alec really should find a frog form and throw that down.
Putting Naveen. Oh, you can move Louis. And you can move all the heroes, not just one.
Mm-hmm.
So I would move Juju over to Tiana's place so that she's not got
No,
voodoo.
not there, not there. But the one place that doesn't have a hero.
You could have still moved Ray there, but I would have moved Juju over. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping Louis at the bayou, it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
So a move action will still be able
I
to get the
saw
Alec.
Chocolate's little hand furiously running around the board there, like, don't put him there.
Chocolate has defeated Charlotte. We're going with almost there against Aiden. Like we're still thinking that those two are the top ones. Oh, there's a Masked Spirit. You're gonna see any more of them? I mean, he's gotten his key cards already, so it's not like there's
Yeah,
too
just
much.
throw them all in there. Just throw them all in there.
I don't remember. Oh, there's the talisman, the
Ooh,
last
nice.
talisman on the board.
So
I don't think Chocolate and Perp have played their Rule New Orleans yet, though.
No, they have not. There's no Fortune Pilot at all for Perb. And yeah, Chocolate has not played Real New Orleans.
All right, so that's going to be moving Tiana with the voodoo dolls. I'm not certain on the thought process for that one.
Okay, so the thought process here is you can get that one power at Voodoo Emporium.
Yeah.
But you still need to get rid of Big Daddy.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I would have moved Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
Moving Voodoo Dolls?
No, you move Lawrence.
You
move Lawrence. You move Lawrence so you can
the Voodoo Dolls could move Juju to Lawrence though.
Mm-hmm. Move Lawrence. I'm speaking at you through the screen here. Move Lawrence.
You could also move the Shadow Spirits.
Yeah,
and then you have Lawrence still available to maybe protect another Talisman Stealer later. The Voodoo Dolls can't move Juju to the Shadow Spirits themselves.
Oh, we're moving the
cane.
So we can play a card?
Probably.
Or maybe do a Vanquish. No, Alec has 6 power, Weight of Glory. It's hard to tell right now, but it is 6. That's 6 power.
Yeah, Aiden's got 3, Alucard's got 6, and both Perp and Chocolate have 0.
Yeah, it is a little hard zoomed out like this. We got to see everybody.
Yeah. I'm able to zoom in a bit more since my screen's not being shared. Are we going to move someone with the Voodoo Dolls or leave them at the Bayou? It looks like we're leaving them there.
Oh, if I were not streaming, I would be like ADHD, zooming in and out, panning, like giving.
That's kind of what I'm playing another Voodoo Dolls to the parade.
Oh, to the Voodoo Emporium.
Okay. Discarding a Desperation.
Well,
I guess he doesn't have one.
He doesn't have a Fortune Pilot.
Yeah, I forgot he's the one that doesn't have one. Oh, the cane.
Oh.
Where are we putting?
Ooh. Ho, 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 ho. Chocolate wants to play Rule New Orleans and Cards Will Tell on the same turn.
That's what it seems.
Okay, that's risky
Maybe
pre-playing a
I
Mass
wonder if he's
Spirits.
putting down the Mass Spirit to try and bait the Fate to not mess up this play he's trying to go for.
Okay, we're back over to Aiden.
I don't know how safe of a play it is, but that's kind of what I'm thinking he's going.
Aiden needs to fate Alec here.
It's got 2 power because of Tiana. There we go. Illusion powder and frog form.
You gotta. It has to be Aiden or Alec. Aiden needs to fate Alec.
Oh,
especially after that. Oh no, sleight of hand does not count. Sleight of hand does not count for desperation. Yeah, you need to fate Alec.
It does count that way for Battle of Wits though.
Who are you fating, Aiden? If
Looks like we're going with Chocolate does not want it to be Perb.
yeah, Chalk is like fate Alec because Alec is gonna win, and there we go.
We are going with Alec. Oh,
Big Daddy will do it. Why are you picking Tiana?
Juicy already has the
I can
talent.
just hear Chocolate screaming right now. Not Tiana. Why are you playing Tiana?
Juicy does have the talisman though, so Big Daddy won't get it.
And then I'm sure Alec is saying, hey, if he wants to play Tiana, that is his decision. Oh my god. It is kind of funny how, like, Chocolate is just, like, desperately trying to get Rule New Orleans, and everyone else is just covered in fate. Chocolate's doing a very good job of keeping his board clear, all the stuff that he has been thrown.
Alucard's at Tiana's place with the cane, so he does still get 3 actions. He's using Move on the V.
Mm-hmm.
With the Voodoo dolls, of course.
Opening back up Voodoo Emporium.
So Alucard's going to be able to fate more often now. He's got most of his heroes on board. He doesn't have Charlotte or...
There we go. There's the frog form.
Or Tiana. We just saw Tiana go and discard.
Yeah. Fate Chocolate, because Chocolate has nothing on his board. Oh, there's you. Oh. Yeah.
That's good. That right there is kind of what I think of. Was Chocolate trying to get that to happen? Maybe. So that someone didn't steal the talisman.
If Chocolate has desperation in hand.
Playing a card to start the fortune pile, friends on the other side for Perb.
Mm-hmm.
Now that it's actually free to play. We're fading Aiden this time. Aiden is not. There we go. Now it's back on Alucard. Because Aiden's not able to get things in motion this turn. Oh, no,
but
it is
Aiden
going for
still
Aiden.
has Real New Orleans in the fortune pile.
He doesn't have a way to defeat Big Daddy right now, though, and play it. Cards Will Tell on the same turn, especially with Tiana on the board.
Mm-hmm.
But in more cards in the fortune pile, it looks like.
Yep.
Gonna have to needing to reshuffle the deck. It looked like that was not 3 cards. Yep. So everything's back on the table for going in now. Getting a frog form, keeping Tiana on the board, Shadow Spirits, and Terror. So there's no cards will tell getting put back on top.
Good chocolate.
Chocolate's going to the parade, getting.
Yeah, so I
He's
think
got
what's
the
going to
queen
happen
there too.
here is you get the power you need.
Did he use the queen before he moved it?
He probably used the play off of it.
Okay.
And now he still has another play. Or he's
Oh.
not using anything. I'm just sitting here.
I guess he doesn't have Tiana to worry about right now.
Mhm.
I
He
don't
does
think
have-
Aiden was. I think Aiden was fate locked. Oh, Tiana's going away for Aiden finally, with the frog form and voodoo dolls.
But no fate this
The
time.
reign of terror on Aiden's
So
game.
chocolate
over.
very likely has Cards Will Tell and Rule New Orleans in hand.
I'm thinking that it's pretty likely that he will get the win on this one. Although,
If he doesn't get faded, he very
if Perp
likely
is onto
wins.
him, yeah, I was gonna say if Perp's onto him, he will still stop it.
Like,
I don't think that Alcrat's going to go for that right now since he needs to get something. Oh, he's got Cards Will Tell back in there.
mhm.
So if
Yep.
Chocolate doesn't win on his turn, then Alcrat probably will. This is getting really close.
Yeah, I think Chocolate may have a hand of Desperation, Cards Will Tell, Rule New Orleans. Which would be wild.
There's a Kane? Oh, Rule New
Playing
Orleans.
Rule New Orleans.
I think all of them have all their pieces ready now.
Chocolate's is in his hand, though, if he
Oh,
has
yeah.
it.
I guess Chocolate has probably got it in his hand.
That's what it looks like Chocolate is setting up for. Chocolate does not want to get hit by Big Daddy.
Alcrat. I'm assuming we're seeing a win from Chocolate here, since Alcrat got faded instead.
Yeah. Chocolate was probably real quiet when nobody noticed.
Slide in Ask Spirits. And a Cards Will Tell going back. Alright, let's see what Chocolate does.
We're going to see 3 power.
Yep.
Real New Orleans.
There is still a Masked Spirit in the pile, though, so there is still a chance he doesn't get it.
Here we go.
There's 5 cards and Masked Spirit. So 520. Making it interesting, having each of the opponents flip over one of the cards. Which one of them will doom it for all of them?
Looks like Perb is flipping first. That's a
Friends.
friends. Now, Alec gets a friends. Aiden. What's it gonna be? Could be masked. Could be Real New Orleans. Oh my god! And it's the Voodoo Dolls. Oh, that's the worst option. Oh, Chocolate was really hoping to get the win there.
So Alec's position in terms of the next turn, especially because he's got the Fate token.
You need to Fate Perb here.
Alecrat's turn comes up first, although
But
unless
Alec
you're
has the Fate token.
and Chocolate Rain is still finishing his turn, yeah. Looks like we're dumping some cards into.
Yeah, it has to be almost there.
Let's see, Shadow Spirits,
And something
and
goes back on top. So that's 4 there. And we pass to Aiden.
Aiden can still Fate Alecrat.
But I think Aiden wants to move Lawrence.
He's
Aiden is just gaining 3 power. That's a terror and a terror.
He's playing the cane.
Mm.
Definitely needs the cane if he's wanting to.
Perb can potentially win.
Alucard can too, because he knows the Vanquish. Just gonna depend on what cards get drawn. Oh, that's the fortune pile. There we go.
Alright, Juju is dead. If you got it, play it.
Yep. All right. There's at least one Mass Spirits in this, 2 are not in his.
Herb
Chocolate
gets
Rain
the
got
Mass Spirits. Okay, so this is, it does not matter unless you get another one.
That's the Fate token. But he gets the 4 cards in the fortune pile. Got friends on the other side.
So this is definitely not a win. It's just, I don't remember
Doesn't
how many
matter.
masks are in there.
Another
Okay.
friends. So there's only one.
Okay.
So it didn't really matter too much what they picked.
Okay.
So now you can Fate Chocolate, also in a pretty good position,
You can
but
do both.
he had the Fate token. And that might have been his saving grace there. Walls, Frog Form, and Cards Will Tell. I'm not sure putting all of the cards in there was that great of an option this time, because now he can make sure that, or have a chance of not pulling it this time.
Well, let's see how we go here. There's
I don't think
4
he
cards in there.
masks, but he does have 4 cards.
There is a 75% chance of winning.
All right.
Oh my god. Oh,
There
there
it
it
is.
is. Oh my god.
And I think it was Chocolate that flipped over that one, right?
Yeah. Is there a Mass Spirits in here?
I don't think so.
Remember.
Yeah, I think they're looking to see if a Fate would have done something to him. All right, are we jumping in the their
Yeah,
voice
let's jump
chat?
in there.
I'm pretty sure. Okay. Yeah.
I guarantee win in 2 turns.
Yeah, we saw what you were doing, Chocolate, holding real New Orleans in hand there. That was very nice. But as always, Doc is down to luck. Do you draw it?
Chocolate,
I gotta run, boys. I gotta go help people vote. Good luck with the rest of the tournament. I can't play as Yzma, so good luck, Yzma.
All right. Good luck at the polls.
Thanks.
Congrats to Perb. You are going to be our Dr. Facilier.
Thank you. That was
intense game.
just intense.
Yeah,
that's
isn't
that's
Yzma up next?
Yzma is up next, yes.
Isn't Vinyl LP gonna be in that?
Who?
Stone.
Yeah, Stone.
Yeah, so yeah, if you are watching the stream, stop watching the stream if you're going to be playing.
Anyways, before I go, I'm just gonna wish Vinyl LP good luck.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to wish him good luck.
Yeah. So Perb, you are out of the running for all your other villains, which is going to change a few villain counts. That brings... Oh, I highlighted the wrong one because you also signed up for Evil Queen. Yeah. No Evil Queen for you.
That's okay. I got the Voodoo Man on my side.
Alright, so Evil Queen goes down to 5. Maleficent goes down to 6. Prince John goes down to 7.
Sound to 7 already.
Radigan goes down to 8. Scar goes down to 6. All
Can't
right.
believe it's got more players than Dr. Facility. I guess the community loves their low tier heroes.
Scar's fun. All right, we're
He's
gonna hop
fun.
back into.
Definitely not strongest choice.
I'm gonna hop back into commentary. No, actually. If you are in the Yzma game, please stick around. I know a couple of you are. That's going to do Yzma now. All right, back to commentary. All right. One melee. Yzma next. So we need King, Hope, and Stone. Okay, I am very quickly going to let's move Fate token, delete, 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 all the stuff.
I don't think I've ever commentated over an Yzma game before, let alone lots of people playing Yzma.
There is one Dr. Facilier villain guide that's just hovering in midair.
I don't see it.
That's because I just deleted it.
Oh.
Yes. Got to change the table to Scar.
Alright, King of Hope is here.
Mm-hmm. We are waiting
Well,
on.
Blue Chocolate Rain hat. How many players do we have for this game?
I will check in a sec. All right, Chocolate is dropping out of this one. He's still signed up for Prince John.
Alright.
So that will drop this back down to, we've only got 3. We got Stone,
Only
King of Hope, and Aiden.
got Hope and Aiden in here. Stone's usually on. Yeah, he'll be in just a minute, I'm sure.
Okay. All right, even with the dropping outs, there are still people left for each villain. Let's see here. So we have 14 villains left. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we got plenty of people left. Stone is ready to eat some llama.
Much less waiting time for this game.
Yes. Aiden, for some reason, became a spectator. I don't know why.
Maybe didn't want to be orange. I'm not sure.
Oh, also...
I've got the deck splitter, although I don't know since I'm not the owner of this room if I can
got it.
spawn. Oh, I've not seen that happen before. Stone had 2 Yzmas spawn in.
Yeah. Where did Aiden go? Aiden is supposed to be playing in this, and he's currently a spectator. I don't know why. I don't know why Aiden is still a spectator.
We need to scoot the players closer together.
Yes. No, fuck.
There we go.
Well, I manually did that.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on his end.
He is in a voice room with Stone.
Hmm.
Both of them are muted though. So.
I have no idea what's going on. All right, I'm gonna give Aiden a minute to figure out what is going on, and then we're just gonna start with Stone and King of Hope. Playing the Jeopardy theme. I don't see Aiden's cursor anymore either. All right. No responses. Aiden is just sitting in the voice chat. All right.
His cursor's over his name.
Well, it's just
I don't
sitting
know.
there.
Yeah.
Is he?
No, moved.
Okay, Aiden isn't playing. Then Aiden is getting kicked.
All right, just 2 then. So when you're commentating over games with Yzma, how do you usually deal with not being able to see the decks?
You just have to sort of make assumptions, I guess.
Yeah. Looks like King of Hope. It's going. Oops.
Explaining how mulligans work to Stone.
Yeah, I don't think Stone has ever done much competitive play.
Yeah, oh, it's the first time for everything. All right, Stone
Yeah.
is mulliganed, and we are off. Going immediately to Mudka's Meat Hut, discarding Ferocity.
Early game, it's just gonna hold up your hand, I guess. Smash it. Smashing the Meat Hut. Bucky.
Goodbye, Bucky. Goodbye,
Tipo.
Tipo. That's a good hit there.
Especially with one of the kids having been on a side pile. You want them in the middle if you have to deal with them at all.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably. And fading. No superiority from Stone, it looks like.
Okay. So where do we pick from? We're picking from Meat Hut.
Bucky was also at the Meat Hut for Stone. So Stone is at Potch's house.
Mm-hmm.
Going to Fate.
And is
No
fading at the
superiority.
palace.
From King of Hope, it looks like. Stone's gonna put one down at Patch's house. Going with a peasant to get.
Ooh. Get Tipo back in there.
And back at the Meat Hut. Peasants are pretty good. Oh, Cruz. Don't you discard another card still?
Oh my god. Alright, yeah, you do still discard a card. We got 4, 3, 4, 3. Alright. Alright.
Junk.
King Hope going to the jungle.
T Crump.
Ooh.
Another smash on the meat hut again. On the run. And Tipo again. We've got a lot of problematic cards out of the way.
My God, that small
Eavesdrop.
child is not allowed to play at the meat hut.
So eavesdrop on the palace from King of Hope, and it's back over to Stone's turn.
It was going to the jungle himself, gaining through power. We're going to see. Play 2 cards
Got
here.
power for everything. Unless you're playing Kronk.
I mean, you could play Kronk and the dagger.
Yeah.
Ooh, and early after them.
Path of Righteousness, wrong lever, so that loses the power.
A
Peasant.
gets played.
And a kid.
Okay. That is a
Does
full meat
grab
hut.
your side files though.
That's going to take a while to work your way through there.
The meat hut blocked probably for the rest of the game, but
Highly likely.
you do know that you've got that side location cleared out. So you can be safe to put Kronk at Patch's house and then be able to move him from there.
Ooh.
We got a security from Stone this time. Oh, so we're
that
fourth.
card can't be played, so it goes back. Maybe not on top of Shaka. Though that is an amusing image there.
Discarding after the and not playing any cards. Getting right hand man, so Kronk is getting in the hand for Stone. And then Fate. So he's got King of Hope's got superiority. Looks like we're going with the tower. Or palace. Sorry.
This isn't Mother Gothel.
That is the one that King of Hope has looked through. Although now it's going to be
God, Tipo keeps shuffling back in.
It's a terrible plan. You do want the kids in the decks. You don't want them in the discard pile. As the opponent.
You do. So you can play them.
Or preferably they're just on the board. But
Well, I mean, like, you don't
discard
want them
ferocity.
Interesting.
Going to eavesdrop on the new palace.
Oh, right. Yeah, we get a new villain now. There's now
with Beware the Groove. Into the jungle. Guards down at the meat hut start taking care of the nuisances there. Chaka will have to go first, but if he puts down another, he could get rid of the peasant or Bucky as well.
Yeah, so you want the guards there for Bucky, but Kronk can take care of the rest.
Another Path That Rocks is gone from King of Hope, and then we're going to smash house.
Trying to get rid of Tipo again! Oh my god.
That all hit Tipo.
That's so funny.
Another Fate. Doesn't look like Stone has superiority.
I would cover the palace here.
Well, if Stone's going to keep going to Patch's house because he can't fade at the meat hut, then it's not a terrible idea to make it an even worse option.
Well, because if Palace stays open, then he can just drop Kronk at Meat Hut and start clearing out stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure, but now he's got Tipo at Patch's house, and it's going to be a big issue for him to fade.
I feel like everyone just does that tap, 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 tap with their mover when they're thinking.
What? Looks like we're fading at the jungle. Hopefully not moving anything. There's Chaka. There's one kid managed to get on the board. So I'm not sure if either of them have found Cusco yet. Oh, Chaka's gone. Ooh, ferocity.
Nice.
Get the kid. So now he can go over to the palace, get rid of the other one, and it's going to be a while before issues can pop up again for Stone.
I would have played Kronk to get rid of Chaka because the guards are the only ones that can kill Bucky.
Maybe Stone has found Cusco? I don't know if he's eavesdropped since he smashed him.
Possibly. Going back
And
to
also
Meat Hut.
putting Kronk at the meat hut when you know that Cusco isn't there is a bit risky since it's that side option.
Well, there's always finish the job.
Yeah, and he does have a few more guards still to put down at the meat hut. There's a chance that Stone will get the meat hut open again. Checking discard from Stone. Ooh, beware the groove when we've got both the kids as options.
Shove them back in.
We're shuffling her to the tower or palace.
So possibly Cusco is in the palace right now.
Keep a tally on how many times I call the palace the tower.
Discarding, finish the job.
Are we gonna see Kronk? Because we do know that Stone has him in his hand. Looks like we are. Going to Patch's house, which is probably the safest location for him right now. Also discarding finish the job. Or maybe seeing an eavesdrop from King of Hope. Looks like we probably are. Oh, right-hand man, actually. I think that's the Imperial Guards are 2 cost. Seeing any more card plays this turn? Doesn't look like it. We're going back over to Stone. So if Stone has the dagger, he could set up for a YOLO on the run. Or not on the run. After them. But doesn't seem like he does. Both of them have only hit 1 superiority so far. Stone opt to block the palace.
We'll see what's in there.
Ooh, you've got.
Ooh, Chicha.
Gonna make vanquishing pretty expensive.
Indeed. So probably play Kronk.
You've got an on the run played on the jungle by Stone.
After them.
On the run.
Oh,
and
well,
she.
now we know where Stone's on the run is.
Oh, is he gonna use the peasant's ability? Interesting decision to put the kid back in yourself. I'm not really sure what the thought process is there, but there might be a method to the madness. Kronk is going down at the palace, so Chicha won't be staying there for long.
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting, because then you're not going to lose any power.
Does Stone have his last superiority for this deck cycle? It doesn't look like it. So we know that Tipo and On the Run are at the jungle. And both of the kids are at locations other than Kronk's. So Stone is in a bit of a sticky situation here. Although he hasn't had any of his Path That Rocks go by yet. So he can still play that. Oh, Stone loses 2 power.
Yeah.
We're playing it. Beauty Sleep. Not a terrible option when you've got this board set up.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, there's
Kronk's
a
got
dagger. I
that's
would have.
finally back open.
Ooh.
Infamous
See
rooting on the
Cusco.
dagger.
There's
Ooh,
Cusco.
oh. And On the Run is in discard for him. But now you can get that 2 power on Kronk with Path of Righteousness.
Mm-hmm. Stone needs to find a kid here.
Both of the kids are in the discard pile, I think, for King of Hope. Moving Chicha out from the jungle. You gotta go over to Patch's house.
Mm-hmm.
King of Hope is checking his discard. I'm thinking it's pretty safe to say that King of Hope is not used.
I mean, we'll still see a fate here.
Yeah.
There's the superiority.
You could just guarantee that you pull the Path of Righteousness and
All right, let's hop. No, neither. Okay. All right, that is a good game.
got Ursula next, right?
Ursula will be next. Yes. So that's gonna be. We have.
Where did Cusco? The Cusco was at Patch's house. I don't know if Stone knew that for sure or not. But he did have Kronk there. If he could have just got the dagger in and after them.
Yeah. I think the big thing here was Stone covering up his meat hut with that early after them.
Yeah. And early after them, I would only do at Patch's house personally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is going to bring down Syndrome, Prince John, Istan, and Evil Queen.
Just dropping the flies.
So we are doing Ursula next. So that is going to be Hobgungan, Jim Dandy, Metacross, and RJG2. Okay.
I can switch over to delete everything real quick.
Okay.
I'll be brown real quick.
I don't know. Lot says
Let
Miro
me.
got a little sloggy, Way to Glory. It took a
Square
little
can
while.
be promoted. So I can delete.
Ah, yeah. Get rid of the chaff.
All right. Oh, there's one Yzma guide over there still.
That's fine. It's out of the way.
There we go. All right, I'll switch back to spectator. In case anyone wants to be the brown color. So I remember from when we did I don't know if you were the one that streamed this or not, but when we watched, or when we've had the 6-player Ursula match,
Yeah, I was the
winner
one
was
streaming
basically
it.
picked by whoever got the misfired aerial. I'm assuming that's how this game is going to go as well.
No, I think
One
like
of them will have an aerial misfire and they'll end up winning.
no, not my dance ended up winning because he ended up table talking everyone to fade everyone else. Or like no,
Really?
he table talked everyone into fading him until finally all of his fates were out and it was just returned to forms, and so it didn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Metacross, get off the Twitch stream, get in TTS. Get Let's go. Okay, we have Hobgungan. And let's switch it out to Ursula. And Ursula.
All right, looks like all of them are in.
All right, looking at cross-pollinations here.
I'm assuming Eric 16 GDL is Steam name for Metacross.
That would be my assumption as well. Yep.
Yep.
Confirmed. All right.
All right, they're all in their voice chat now.
All right, so Hobgungan is in Gaston.
I am as well. That's the only one I signed up for that's going today.
And
Or
RJG2
potentially going
is
today.
in Cruella, Gaston, and Hades. Okay, if Hobgungan wins, we're doing Gaston next. If RJG2 wins, we are doing Cruella next. If either of those win, we will do Cruella next.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right, so it looks like we've got RJG2 on the left. Hobgungan will be middle left. Middle right will be Jim Dandy, and Metacross on the right. Looks like Metacross won the die roll. Looks like he just stepped off for a second. There we go.
Pink, then red, then teal, then orange.
Where it looks like they're saying there's an issue with their hand.
An issue with their hands. I'm not sure what the issue is.
Maybe they can't see the cards.
Hooray for TTS. It is jank. Super jank. Okay, R2G2 is back. Hopefully that works now. Yep. Yes. Someone changed the background.
We haven't done any of the box cover villains yet, have we?
We have not, I don't think, because that would be Gaston
Maleficent,
or Cruella
Evil
will be
Queen.
the first.
Yeah.
Pete likely will not be tonight. So if we get through, yeah, Pete will probably not be tonight. Because Ursula will be our third, then Cruella, Gaston, Hades, no, Cruella,
And
Evil Queen, Gaston, Hades, then probably, honestly, Mother Gothel. Probably next up after that.
yeah, we'll play a second game tonight.
Well, that's if you don't win as Gaston. Which, if
Well,
you do, we will need to change your icon.
Oh yeah. Maybe when I come back on, we can change my icon anyway.
If you have one. All right, what's going on?
All right. Metacross is up.
Metacross? Where will Metacross go? Right to the shore. I think they're all going to go to the shore first. There is.
I would doubt any of them would be fading as Ursula first turn.
Yeah, there is zero reason. All right, just a chuck and go.
I'm sure that they are all very nervous about misfiring Ariel. Oh, we're actually seeing
RJ, the first fate of the game.
Divination too.
Divination, nice.
That's
I love
a
seeing
lot of your
divination.
deck.
Oh.
Or just two.
I mean, that's still a little farther through your deck. It is sad to see the Grow Giant go by.
Who get the first fate? And will it be an Ariel? Looks like Metacross is getting that first fate.
Mm-hmm. And it is a forced Ariel. That's funny.
That's how Ursula goes.
Wow. And that was shuffled.
Well, Metacross is off to a very good start.
Well, Metacross just needs to draw into his items.
That fate's going to change the course of the game for all of the other players because they're probably all going to start panicking now.
Well, here's the thing: you can still mess with Metacross with Sebastian and with getting.
It's a lot less going to mess with them.
Yeah. There are still things to.
Arrogance discarded, in my opinion, one of the bottom 2 or 3 conditions in the entire game.
Oh, arrogance, yeah. It's great if you can actually get it to go off. Yeah. But if it's not going to go off, just shuck it.
For how hard the condition for the trigger is, it's not that good of a reward. That's
Okay,
my
but
opinion.
Ursula wants to discard a bunch. So,
Yeah.
like, if you know Mother Gothel's gonna defeat Rapunzel or something like that, oh, that hurt. Yeah, you just play King Triton
Yeah.
somewhere. Just,
Putting him at the shore isn't the most terrible option.
mm.
You definitely don't want to play Sebastian right now.
I just love calling King Triton Daddy. Because that's what Ariel calls him in the movie. Daddy, I love him.
In the terms of villainous, I like to call Sebastian the get down Mr. President.
Oh yeah. I snuck that joke into my ranking video.
So we only saw one of them go to the shore first, it looks like. Although I don't really blame Jim Dandy for not going to the shore now that it's covered.
Yeah,
Another
because you
discarded
want that
air.
discard. Discarding arrogance. Are we discarding anything else? Discarding the
Well,
cauldron,
Cauldron.
which is gonna do fuck all.
And it can be nice just to make sure that Flounder doesn't put it back in the deck to play it. That's the main benefit of playing Cauldron.
But like Ursula's deck is so expensive.
Cauldron's not so bad. It's only one.
You can sneak by on exactly enough power. Ursula should not be
Yeah.
wasting power.
Although, since all of them have trickery in their decks, I wouldn't be surprised if some of them play the Cauldron just to keep their power down.
Possibly. We'll find out. The question is, do you fate someone or do you just hold on to that fate token? I think
Yeah.
you just hold on to it. Yeah, and that's what we're seeing. Jim Dandy's just gonna hold on to it. No,
Oh.
we're fading. We're fading.
I'm wondering if anyone else will get a misfired aerial. I really want to. I think it'll be hilarious if we see a forced aerial through trickery.
Ooh.
So Max is probably going to move Ursula over to the shore.
Yeah.
So we could still see Max mess up Metacross as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even Eric. And if Ariel gets some Dingle Hoppers on her, that could be particularly annoying to deal with if Eric moves her over.
Yes. And it would have to be Eric moving her over because where she is right now, like there is 0 point in ever going back to the lair.
Yeah. Ariel is going to force a defeat with the layer contract. So Meta is going to be digging quite a while, potentially, until he gets it.
I mean, you typically always want to use the layer contract anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't even have the option to not do it if he wanted.
Ooh, here's a choice.
So Grimsby is probably going to get played. Are we going to lock him in the layer or maybe block the shore?
Yeah, I think you block the shore here. Make it harder to discard.
Yeah.
Harder to find your change form.
I don't. Meta just discarded 2 copies of the change form, so a Grimsby could potentially knock him down for a while.
Well, there's always opportunist.
There is.
But it looks like we are not moving the lock token here.
Interesting. I don't know why you wouldn't want to. Maybe they just think it's too early for
RJ is just fating and discarding.
the benefit of having the palace open might be too high.
I don't know about this. Yeah, this is why you wait until something comes out. Because now that is a useless Snarflat.
Snarflat on most of the heroes is pretty useless anyway. I mean, Ariel can be nasty.
If Ariel had a point right now, but like,
yeah,
you want
she had
Snarflat on
that's
Triton.
why it can't be. Discarding a palace contract, a chain. So Hobgungan did have 2 copies of change form in his hand already. Maybe he table talked his way out of getting the lock token moved.
Possibly.
So it's Jim Dandy's turn now. Finishing the second round of turns. Looked through the discard pile. I'm not super sure what he was hoping to find in there. Or maybe he's checking to make sure have Grow Giants in there. Oh, there's the layer contract.
But that's a little early.
It is a little early because all the return to forms can still hit Sebastian. And if
But
it
okay,
hits...
you want to save the layer contract for once he actually gets the trident.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh, so Metacross just hit 7 power. Are we going to see a trickery? So Jim Dandy's got a trickery for Metacross. What's it gonna be? Flounder.
It's Flounder.
And those top actions didn't get performed yet, so that's going to cover them up for the rest of the turn. Unless he's got a way to move Flounder out.
Which there's a lot of ways to do that.
Grow Giant, that's one. Move a hero, yep.
Get out of the way, Flounder.
The Metacross still has 6 power, so if any of the other Ursula, or unless he plays some more cards.
Which he should.
Oh,
And there we
there's
see the trident.
So now in terms of trickery territory, Hobgungan is the closest. I think that Hobgungan will be able to be careful enough to not hit 6 power without needing to, though.
Mm-hmm.
Metacross drew an extra card. There we go. Using Grow Giant to Fate Hob. So forced Scuttle play. Doesn't look like we got anything else done or played from RJG2. So, oh, Hob briefly hit that 6 power. Oh, no, never mind. Did the order of operations correctly to avoid it. Not anything else he can do with the layer, though.
Not really, no.
So Jim Dandy, I'm not super sure what's going on there. No harm in gaining a power right now. Discarding an opportunist that you'll need to get that contract back.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, maybe you can get around Ariel or something. Who knows?
Another fate on Metacross. 'Cause this went so well last time. Oh, a Snarfblat on King Triton. That's not bad. That's
Yeah.
one of the only options left that were messing with Metacross.
Indeed.
So they did manage to get that off. That's good for them. Now we just need to see King Triton get some Dingle Hop. Yeah, he does have the Triton, right? The Snarfblat's covering it up.
Yeah, there is a trident there.
So Dingle Hoppers won't go away until he's defeated. Having a hard time deciding between ship and layer. Looks like he went to ship after all.
Yeah, just chuck things.
Divination isn't a terrible card to keep in your hand if you're Metacross, so but he's discarding it, I guess. We're gonna Fate Jim Dandy. A Snarfblat, which isn't gonna do anything, or Flounder.
Flounder will do more.
It'll be a bit of a double-edged sword. I think that Jim Dandy's eventually going to realize he needs that opportunist option.
Yeah.
And now he's not going to have to look through the deck to find the contract again. He's just going to need to use opportunist. Discarding an eel from RJG2, fading again. They might be over fading at this point.
Yeah. Maybe just a little bit.
Oh,
Tad.
actually, putting Triton in the layer is not a bad option because you do have to defeat him there with Ariel on the board.
Hmm.
And I have a feeling that especially since
No,
she's got
okay, but like he has to be moved there.
yeah.
So
I
he's
think
gonna have to
that's
get moved out of there.
So Hob might go into trickery territory if he's not careful. Depends on what he's wanting to do this turn. Plays the card for 1 power. It's the Cauldron. Probably to keep the power down. And also protect from Flounder. If you've got the Cauldron on the board, oh, he's at 7. Doesn't look like anyone got trickery. But if you've got the Cauldron on the board, putting a contract on Scuttle is not the worst option, as it will let you get some use out of the Cauldron.
Yeah.
And Scuttle's the least harmful hero. So if if Eric accidentally gets him defeated, then you don't care if he comes back. Jim Dandy might be walking towards trickery territory. Oh, so defeating Triton before. Oh, there's an arrogance from Hob.
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed.
Arrogance is good if it goes off.
So I was not expecting to defeat Triton before the Trident came out.
Yeah, that's not something I have ever seen before.
I don't know if Jim has gained the 3 power back. But now Flounder is on the board. That Trident or that contract is safe and ready to be used with or to grab back with opportunist
Mm-hmm.
at any. It's what the designers of Ursula would have wanted.
Who knows what they were actually thinking about when they were working on Ursula?
I do know one of them mentioned that they wanted opportunist to be like a huge tool for her. Oh, we're getting the contract back now. Oh, or we're actually getting Whirlpool. Okay. There's still 2 more copies of opportunist to go through. Now it's back over to Metacross. Going to the shore. You can't really do anything at the layer because Ariel's blocking that move action. I guess we're just going to use the layer to be the stack point this game for Metacross.
Apparently.
Discarding some contracts.
It is interesting that Triton is going to need to be moved.
Playing Jetsam.
That's interesting.
Since you've got 3 heroes covering the layer right now. It does keep your power down. It does protect from flat on the
but
board.
You're going to need 6 power for Triton's contract anyway.
But they double trickery on RJG2. Oh, Scuttle's coming back. And Max has a Dingle Hopper now.
Mm-hmm. The dog has a fork.
So both of those trickeries hit RJG2, although Hob Gungan also has 6 power. So when it hits his turn, if RJG2 or maybe they have an extra trickery they're holding on to, they could still play a trickery on him, but it looks like he's pretty safe from getting trickery this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around, maybe seeing if anyone has a trickery to play on him.
I mean, they can hold on to it until
He
after
will
you
be
move.
deciding who to fate if he moves to the ship. He's only got 2 cards in his hand, so he probably knows what he's going to discard, and probably is just deciding on a fate. Oh, never mind. Going to the layer, actually. Are we playing the crown and activating the crown? Oh, the trident.
Okay. So we haven't seen any crowns yet, but we do have 2
Haven't seen
tridents on the
any
board.
crowns. We've only seen 1 aerial.
All right. Honestly, even though Metacross has Aerial on the board being useless, I think Hob is in a better position here because
I kind of
Trident is
agree.
in a better position. Triton is in a better position.
Trident's in a better position. He also doesn't have a Snarfblat.
Mm-hmm. That too.
Could get a Dingle Hopper on him.
Ooh.
Grimsby. I would probably put it on Grimsby
Yeah,
because
I'd put it
Hob
on
is
Grimsby.
not feeding Grimsby, so that Dingle Hopper is going to cause power loss for the whole rest of the game.
Oh my god, so many cards. This is what happens with Ursula games, is there's just stacks of cards. Looks like we're giving it to Scuttle.
You're
This
probably not going to waste your time defeating Scuttle either.
this does
Yeah.
mean that if Hob doesn't get fated next turn, and before his next turn, that he can just go to the shore, throw a contract on Triton, and move him.
That is true. We could see that, although the token will get moved off of him because Metacross has the option to fate.
Well, there goes the trickery,
There's
and
a weird-
there's the correct binding contract.
There's still time. If he plays, Metacross are going to have to be really careful though, because playing the contract on King Triton is going to cost 7 power. So if
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian, that is going to be a huge disaster for Metacross. Metacross probably wants to fate because he does not have the token himself.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you fate Jim here.
Top Gungan's pulling out Trickery. I'm not sure why. No one has 6 power.
Well, who's he? RJ has 6 power, I think. Or is it 5?
RJ has 5.
He has 5. Okay. A little hard to see
Also
this far
not
zoomed out.
RJ's turn. So Jim is getting faded here. He could bring back Triton
You
or
can't bring back Triton. There is a
Oh, that's
strength
right.
limit.
So we're giving a Snarfblat to Flounder.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that to happen if you're fading Ursula. Because Ursula will never defeat Flounder.
Yeah. No, he's spending the power first.
Yeah.
Don't jump the gun there.
There's the cloud.
Ooh.
It's getting activated.
Mm-hmm.
They're going on top. So now RJ can gain the power if he wants it. Doesn't look like he's going for it. Now it's Hobbs' turn. Hobbs probably still in the best spot still.
Yeah, I think if Hob has the right cards in hand, he just goes to the shore. Make sure you play the contract first, then gain power.
That's trickery range. He probably doesn't have that option. So I'm sure Triton is getting moved out of position here. Yep.
Mm-hmm. This is why you spend the power first.
Line 1 to move. Well, One to grow giant, probably to move a hero, and I was right. And another grow giant, probably to move Triton back.
I like that. Avoid Triton's little tax about cards affecting him.
That it's an interesting play, and I wonder if he did that on purpose to maybe force the trickery because he needed the power, but then he was able to undo it right away.
Exactly.
Not sure. So now Hob Gungan has Eric out of the way, so Eric is not going to cause any more problems. That's going to be Ariel and Sebastian, right? Oh no, Max too. You've got a Dingle Hopper or Max. Max moving him over to the shore is not a terrible option.
Prevent that power gain.
Because Metacross really needs the power right now. I think I said it was 7 power for the... It's actually 5. There's 6. It normally costs 5 with a Snarfbot. If it's on Triton, it's 6. And I just did the math wrong earlier. I'm sure someone commented on it in the chat. Still, losing 6 power to Sebastian is not something that Metacross wants to see.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I'm sure that Metacross is going to hold on to the Fate token as long as he can. Oh, there's a trickery coming out from Hob on Jim. It's returned to form. Oh, that's gonna force Sebastian.
Oof.
Oh, and he's just gonna contract on him.
Oh my god, just put a contract right on him. That's funny.
Moving over to the ship. I'm curious whether or not Meta will Fate or hold on to the token. Discarding the other eel. Still not sure why he played the first one, but I guess it's not the
So
worst.
someone mentioned in chat the idea of Poor Unfortunate Souls again, to move everyone back to the ship and
That
then
could be.
activating the eel.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't remember which one of them was the one that discarded Poor Unfortunate Souls. It was probably either Hob
No,
or...
I think it was Metacross, but then he was floundered.
That's right.
There's actually no threat of Sebastian right now for Metacross because all 3 return to forms are in that Fate discard pile.
Oh. Let's see, what's still in the Fate deck? Grimsby, right? Another Snarfblat. Not Snarfblat. Dinglehopper. The nonsense names are hard to keep track of.
Flounder.
So RJ is getting floundered. He probably has not found the Trident yet, so that's not good for him.
It is funny how, like, Flounder is a Fate card for Ursula, but Horned King gets We Have Made a Bargain.
Oh, RJ choosing to treat home. You don't see that happen very often. I guess Ariel is still in the Fate deck.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got the crown, so he's locking the crown in the layer. Spending some power, it looks like. Oh, gaining 1, spending 2, maybe on a contract or an eel. Eel's smart play than a contract. You could have just activated the cauldron right after and got the power back is all. Unless it was on Triton.
Yeah.
Then it costs. Moving the cauldron.
Just because you can, I guess.
It's like activating the hourglass's Jafar. We're seeing a big discard from Jim, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe just 2. 2 divinations. Since he's got the contract he wants in the discard, I don't blame him for discarding divination. That could lose you your opportunists that you
Yeah.
need.
Well, you do have a fate opportunity here.
Are we going to throw another fate at meta when we're running out of fate cards that will actually do something? Or are we going to throw it at someone else instead?
I think you throw it at Hob because Hob is in a better position right now.
Hob is in the best position, although he doesn't have the crown out. So if an aerial comes, I mean, the cauldron will get stolen. But that's all that'll happen. We're going for Hob. Are we going to see aerial? We are not.
Yeah, and you
We're still in
put
the deck.
Snarfblat.
Yeah, you've got King Triton. He's not going to lose it. So if you put it on him, that's going to force Hob to go into trickery territory to get the contract on Triton.
Well, I think they have all played their trickeries, although there have been flounders.
There have been planners. I know RJG probably has his trickeries left still. And Meta is getting pretty close to reshuffling his deck.
Indeed.
And the cauldron. Gaining 3 power, probably to keep that down.
Discard.
So losing a power from the Dingle Hopper from RJG2. A big discard. Gotta recover from Flounder. And we're probably trying to get ready for the reshuffle on Meta's deck so we can actually get hit by Sebastian at some point.
Dingle Hopper at Eric's ship really hurts. It means you're
Yeah.
losing power when you're fading.
I think Jim is the only one that doesn't have a Dingle Hopper at Eric's ship. Now the Meta got one. Gaining 3 power, so that's
God, there's a trickery. That's why he discarded first.
Oh, there's the
Oh,
misfire.
there it is. Ariel don't matter. No, I think you put Ariel in the layer.
Well, it is still Hop's turn, so now he's got Ariel blocking his top actions that he maybe hadn't taken yet. I think he had done the discard already.
But this means that next turn, Hob can go to the layer, play the contract, move with the eel.
And then that Trident is safe for the rest of the game. Then all he has to do is get the crown. So I think that Hob is in a very good position here. Now that,
very much so.
We've got 2 contracts on Sebastian now. Can still defeat can defeat Sebastian now that he's got a shore contract on him and he's not there.
Oh my god, playing Eric just to defeat Sebastian. That would be so funny. Yeah, there we are going to see a power loss here from Metacross.
He did lose the power.
Okay.
We're discarding a Grow Giant and an Opportunist. You've got most of your deck as an option with Opportunist right now. Maybe he's got another copy in his hand. Meta's going to... He's got the Fate token, but he's also got a Fate action available. But the Fate deck is ready to reshuffle for him. I'm not sure if he wants to Fate or not. It's kind of a hard decision. Hob is in a much better place than Metacross is right now.
Yeah, I think you hold on to the Fate token and let RJ Fate Hob. Yeah.
That can get stuck on Triton for Hob.
Moving over Scuttle.
You can't do anything else but Fate now. You probably want to throw something at Hob. You want to try and get that last Snarfblat on Triton before it's too late. I think that they are trying to convince him to defeat Sebastian with Eric.
Okay.
And
Oh,
it's
there's
gonna-
Eric. That's so funny.
Why you gotta- Oh, and they are moving him
What?
to
Oh no, you're not defeating Sebastian. That would have. Oh no. Oh, that's so funny though. Okay, Hob.
Is he going to get the contract? Oh, it's Flounder. He got hit by a trickery.
Mm-hmm.
He was most of the way through his deck though, so look like he is playing that contract. So Sebastian, that Snapbot isn't going to get him, but Sebastian still can now that Flounder blocked the top. Checking discard, maybe seeing how likely it is that Sebastian comes back. I don't remember if Hob is the one that has all the return to forms in discard or not.
There's only 4 cards in the discard for Hob. Yeah, I think Hob's like, let's just sit at 7.
Oh, we're actually gonna play the other eel. Maybe move Ariel over to the ship at some point.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it just sit at 7. Like, it doesn't matter if you're trickeried. Ooh, poor unfortunate souls.
That's not
Move
a bad
everyone into the ship.
everyone but Max and discard. I'm pretty sure all the other heroes are out now. Well, Sebastian is still in there somewhere.
Hobbs is definitely in the best position here.
Going over to the ship for Jim. Jim's the only one that doesn't have a dingle hopper at the ship. He's not going to lose any power. Discarding the cauldron and an eel in another change form. Grimsby hasn't hit yet for Jim, so that could spell trouble later.
I will say Hobb has been playing very strategically. It's definitely like you can see where he's
Hobb's got a very good Ursula.
being very deliberate.
Yeah, he definitely went over to Ursula's lair to try and defeat Triton that turn.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still an opportunity for Triton to get another Snarfblat
Oh god.
or Hob.
But you can still get the power for that at the shore.
The power is not that much of an issue for Hob.
Mm-hmm.
It's if he has to pay that power and then Sebastian takes the contract. Oh, there's the contract. There's the
There's
Snarfblat.
the other Snarfblat. Oh no.
Oh, we're using it to.
Ooh, playing Max.
Interesting choice. Not a terrible one, but I'm not sure that it's the better one. So Metacross is in trickery territory now. Looks like no one had it. He always got the crown now. So Meta is starting to make a bit of a comeback. He's still got a ways to go because he's still got to move Triton twice, and he's got that Snarfblat on him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like RJ's got the Trident.
Mm-hmm.
So he might see the layer get unlocked soon.
I guarantee you no one will fate him until it is.
Yeah, they've already misfired Ariel twice. Will any of them actually have aerial hit when they have something to be stolen? That is a question we may not see the answer
Oh my God,
to.
RJ seems a little frustrated. Like, who do I fate?
Pop got the fate token right now. I'm pretty sure, as they just moved him over to the shore
I think
with Matt.
Hop's best play is going to be go to the lair, play the crown.
Oh
Can't
yeah,
play,
Hop had to play
can't fate
Crown.
Hop.
Maybe he's just deciding not to.
Ooh, okay.
I think that's what we're gonna see. Yep.
There's the crown.
Can't move the cauldron anymore.
Nope. And the next turn he can get some more power. Maybe move Max. So I think the only hero left for Hob is Sebastian.
It's Sebastian, yeah. Because now Max is on the board.
So we got Grimsby, Scuttle,
So David's using a Grow
Eric,
Giant.
King
Looks like
Triton,
he's thinking of fading.
Flounder, and Ariel.
Hob still has the fate token.
Hob does.
Motocross is starting to get ready for we could see him attach the contract and then do a double whirlpool at the shore, and then he's good if he does that.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta play Scuttle here. You don't want to lose Sebastian.
No.
Discarding another change form for Gem has still not had Grimsby yet. So Metacross will lose a power. Discarding Trickery, even though most of them are pretty guaranteed to hit it by now.
But like, you need things to actually play.
I don't think that they're going to hit it right away, but they definitely are almost all in a position where they will have to hit it at some point.
Yeah, you don't fate Hob here because that's a forced Sebastian. And then he doesn't care anymore. What Hob needs now is something like go to shore, double Grow Giant for power.
Yeah. I do know that I played a game with Hob. He was Ursula, I was Prince John, and he did a Grow Giant for power, which put him at 6, and I hit him with the double greed. So I do know that he is very careful about using Grow Giant for power against 6 power. Oh, we've got the Snarfblat for King Triton. So he's definitely going to need a lot of power now.
Yeah, it's going to need to be
That's gonna be
9.
So, as much as
Honestly,
Hob
maybe even change form right now for Hob, just so you can hop between Palace and...
That isn't a bad idea, and I'm wondering. We've got a Grow Giant, so he's going to get some. Are going to move.
Moving Max. That can help with your power problems.
Yeah, that'll make the defeat of Triton a bit cheaper since you'll be able to use the activate on the eel. Or actually discarding form instead of playing. So yeah, if they know what's a good idea, they will stop fading Hob because they're going to eventually hit Sebastian.
Yeah.
And only have change form, or not change form, return to form as the option against it. Which won't work because Sebastian's the only other option.
7, 8.
The Dingle Hopper, unfortunately for them, is in the discard. They did not really want to see the Snarfblat and Dingle Hopper come up together, but I guess since it was the last card on the deck, they didn't have a choice. It looks
Still
like
going to
Jin
take Hob 4 turns to get enough power. Metacross is even farther behind in power.
Jim is getting very close to losing the layer contract to the reshuffle. He's got another turn or two, but he's still getting pretty close. He also hasn't played his crown yet. And another aerial. I don't think it's forced, but aerial's ready to come out if... Oh, no, it is forced. So that's 3 out of 4 misfired aerials. Jim is the only one to not have aerial out now.
Okay, suddenly RJ is in the best position. Hob really should have changed form.
Yeah, unless maybe he's got the in his hand and he can... I'm wondering if he has
No, because
it
he
in his
needs
hand
9 power.
Well, yeah, but I'm wondering if he's got it in his hand and he'll maybe activate the crown first and then change form.
I mean, the crown doesn't matter.
I'm not sure. I'm just trying to think of a reason why he wouldn't have played it.
There are no fates that matter to Hob right now.
So RJ's opting to put the Palace contract, or not the Palace, the Shore contract on Triton, which is interesting because he can't move the Tridents without defeating Ariel if he uses it. Which Eric has not been played for RJ, so his opponents could use that to his disadvantage by using Eric to defeat King Triton where he doesn't want it. That'll
I think
force
if you're
him to
Hob,
destroy.
don't play anything, just gain power. Trickery does not matter. You do not care.
Maybe checking what's in discard for an opportunist. Yep. If we see a Grow Giant, that's not the worst option.
Yeah, because the Grow Giant will help with the power. Can't move anything. You don't want to activate anything. I mean, you can activate the crown, but like it doesn't matter. It does not matter.
You could activate the Cauldron and gain 0 power.
Yeah, that would be interesting. If he had pre-played a contract at some point, he could have been
That's
netting
what I was
power.
saying. Like when he played the Cauldron so early, he probably should have put a contract on Scuttle, so that he could use it or potentially use it later.
Okay.
You can't defeat Sebastian with Poor Unfortunate Souls because he's at the
pointed
border.
out to him.
Unless you want to put another contract. So we're putting a third contract on Sebastian.
Oh my god.
With Poor Unfortunate Souls.
Just had to kill Sebastian. That's so funny.
I'm not sure why you want to defeat Sebastian, but I don't know.
I mean, the designers were expecting you to defeat heroes and not just shove them all in Eric's ship.
Yeah. But Jim is now at the bottom of his deck, so he's definitely got the crown in his hands and the trident.
Oh my god. Meta is just leaking power.
We could see Jim take a surprise swing to get in a good position. Don't move, Trident. Oh, geez. Okay, okay. Well, Triton has been defeated
But
for
you're
RJ.
gonna have to...
We're getting some arrogance.
We got 2 arrogances. You're gonna have to kill Ariel too.
Let's see. They're finishing resolving their arrogance, as it looks like. Obviously, Hob does not need a whirlpool or another eel.
Yeah, a Hob does not need an eel.
I don't think that Meta has discarded any yet. Both of them, or Hob still has 1 more to discard. Going with Trickery.
Yeah, you do not need trickery. You just need power.
Metacross still has not discarded any from Arrogance yet. So we're waiting on a resolve there. It's probably got good options. Discarding a Whirlpool.
I hope he's got a
Change
second
alarm.
Grow Giant in there. In that hand.
And
Okay.
discarding a Grow Giant. It's Hobbs' turn now.
Let's go. Gain power.
So he does still have a Grow Giant in his hand, I'm pretty sure. Yep, so that's going to get him up to 7. Oh, up to
Ooh.
8. Oh, so he's got the power.
He's got the power.
He's got the power now.
I got the
Well,
power.
Hobbs, at the end of Hobbs' next turn. Oh, now he's in a spot where you basically have to play Sebastian, because if you don't, then oh, that's a really interesting position
But
for
then
all of his.
Sebastian's only going to put it back by 1 turn.
Well, Sebastian's, yeah, it's just like if he's in a spot where Hobbs is in a spot where, yeah, it's only going to set him back 1 turn, but that's the only turn you're going to get.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Jim is finally grabbing the contract.
So, all right. Hob needs 2 turns if Sebastian doesn't cover the board, 3 turns if Sebastian does. What does everyone else need?
You got a poor
More than
unfortunate
that.
for so we've got the layer opening back up with Poor Unfortunate Souls from Metacross.
All right.
They didn't have the power to put on a contract, though.
Metacross is now in the same position as Hob, just without the power needed.
Yeah.
So King Triton, this King Triton only has 1 Snarf Plant.
Yeah, Ariel had, Ariel had the other one. I think that honestly, RJ is I would say RJ might be in the worst position right now.
Yeah.
That change form clearly didn't pay off as much as he would have liked, and he's going to have to defeat Ariel anyway, even though she
Yeah.
didn't. Meanwhile, we know that Jim has all of his cards in his hand that he needs. He just needs to get the power and play them.
Mhm.
But he doesn't have Ariel on the board yet.
So RJ
Any
is
of the
kind of a kingmaker here. And it
maybe
looks like
they'll-
RJ is choosing Hob. Because now all Hob has to do is go on over to layer.
to maybe get the Sebastian in time.
It doesn't matter because by the time the contract is played, he's out of trickery range.
Oh, that's right.
Hob is at WinCon and no one else is.
And he has
Ariel is on his board.
That was a good game, I feel like.
Let's hop over to their chat.
Good job, you guys.
Good job. Good job.
Well done, Hob.
I could have won 5 turns ago if I didn't forget to spend the 6 before gaining the 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how it happens sometimes. But that was still, it was
I
really cool watching you play Hob because we could see you thinking and making these decisions and like setting traps for other people to fate you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, I barely needed to fate anybody. You all did my job for me.
Mm.
Exactly.
When you
Actually,
guys
I think I only used like one fate action. The rest was trickeries and letting you guys fight.
Oh my god, so much trickery. Like, Baby
Yeah.
Daisy Lover didn't think there would be as much trickery as there was, or arrogance.
I was not
First time I used arrogance in my whole.
Yeah. I used arrogance twice in this game, which is twice more than I normally use it.
So when you guys faded Jim Dandy when he had Sebastian on the board and you got Eric, were you guys considering defeating Sebastian there? When you pulled Eric on Jim Dandy and he had the option to defeat Sebastian.
I mean, not really. I really didn't care.
Yeah.
More about board coverage.
We were just thinking if it was possible trying to get Sebastian back in the options for messing with Jim. It's not something you get to see very often, is using Eric to defeat a hero.
Mm-hmm. We're kind of really psyched for that. All right, next up is going to be Gaston, who's dropped down to only 3. So RJ, if you want to, no, RJ, if you want to stay in the room. We also need Lark, and Baby Daisy Lover needs to stop commentating for a little bit.
That is correct.
Wow.
So I'm already in the TTS room. I'll go ahead and I'll be yellow like the
probably. I mean, I guess I'll get out of the room because I no longer need to play Gaston. Wow.
Indeed not.
I mean, Ursula's my main, but I was not expecting to win with her.
Well,
So,
you did, and you got your main. Not everyone
I've
can say
tried
that.
to while you're still here.
Awesome.
All right, I'm gonna hop back into commentary. Alrighty. So we're gonna set up for. Yep. Gaston. How many beautiful as-me's are we gonna get in this game? Weight of Glory, I see you in the chat. If you are interested, you can come join me in the commentator lounge again. So I can have a co-commentator, if you're interested. Otherwise, I will natter on myself about Gaston. Awesome, cool. Swap you around. Hello, hello. I will leave you in Weight of Glory's capable hands for a moment as I go empty my bladder. I will be right back. Feel free to reintroduce yourself.
Welcome back to me, I guess. Yes, you can all hear my lovely music in the background here as I try to pull up TTS here. So we're gonna see. Let's see. Any minute now. There we go. Okay. Sorry for the TTS music. Everyone gets to hear the lovely designer's choice of music here. So let's pick. Pick a color for a second here. And let's see. Can I change this? Nope. I'm gonna try to change the board there. Not letting me change the board. All right, so we have Gaston here as the match we're going to be seeing. It's going to be three-way between RJ and Baby Daisy Lover and Lark. So we have Gaston from the Despicable Plots expansion here, which is, I believe, the last one from that box that we have not seen yet. So I think this may be the first box that we have finished, so we will see what we get here. We have Horn King and Lady Tremaine already completed. And let's see. Looks like they're getting set up here. We have... Oh, welcome back, Wero.
Thank you. I trust the stream hasn't burned down while I was away.
Yeah. They got to hear my music from TTS again, so I'm sure they're all thrilled.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh, yeah.
So I was just saying we have our Gaston match here, which is the last villain from Despicable Plots to be chosen here. We have our players changing the colors of their movers to match their TTS colors.
Ooh, yes. And look at that boy. There is the guys are on top of his face. But our first headliner, Gaston.
Yes. You guys were talking about that earlier that we hadn't seen any yet, so.
This is our first. Red, yellow, and purple.
It'd be interesting to see how many beautifuls as me's we see pop off, because Gaston doesn't typically have to worry about those going off against himself.
Okay, Tavern. You play a card, you vanquish someone, you activate Monsieur Dark and gain 2 power. Like this happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gaston frequently likes to take 4 actions, especially at the woods and the tavern. We have. Oh, do we need to change their order here? I think because I think RJ is going first. Yep, there we go. I think they're getting it. Oh, maybe not.
Yep, there we go. Turn order was changed.
There we go. Okay.
Yep. All right.
Which Gaston deserves the best?
They all do, don't they? Right out of the gate, we're getting some fate from RJ. Ooh, early Monsieur Dark, which it doesn't really matter where he goes because you're never using him to defeat him.
You're not using him to defeat a hero.
We see Intimidating get discarded because it's an awful card. Oof.
And first beautiful is me.
Nice. Poor Lark.
We have Cogsworth, or we can play the Beast and put Cogsworth back in the Fate deck here.
And it looks like that's what's happening. Now the question is, where do you put Beast? And I think Baby Daisy Lover's going to put Beast in the woods.
I think RJ's the one fading here.
RJ is the one fading. So RJ puts him in Beast Castle, which is where Beast belongs, I suppose.
I see. It's interesting with RJ having Mr. Dark out. I think it changes a little bit of placement for.
Oh, okay. This is interesting. We're seeing a blind take me instead. And it pays off. Yo, what is this luck? Yo, when I do take me instead like that, I always pull Bell.
He did have quite a few options to not be Bell there.
Oh, that hurts. It is me and saving my life going by. Ooh. Lark,
early obstacle cards out of the way.
Ooh, with the Monsieur Dark. Costs 1 to play him and 2 to activate him.
I'm going to hop in and out real quick. I'm seeing Lark's cards upside down here.
Nope. Looks like no one can see cards.
Aha. I shall return. Hopefully the server doesn't die.
Here's hoping. Lark is still in here. Lark can see his own cards. Looks like everyone is having to reconnect. Big strong man. I'm gonna eat my fiber cookies so I poop normally. taking this little break. Sorry if that's oversharing. Oh.
All right, I am back.
Yay.
Let's see. I think Lark was the only one who could see Lark's cards.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we see a removal by Monsieur Dark. And some wolves getting played. That is not a bad turn. Oh my god!
See, whenever I play Gaston, I always get Monsieur Dark at the bottom of my deck.
Oh my god. All three of them got Monsieur Dark at the top. Oh my god. It's so funny. Dropping some useless cards here. Who would be next?
All right, let's see who we're gonna get. There's Cogsworth. Not the best to have stacked with Beast.
I think next is gonna be Cruella. No, it does depend. Okay, so it's gonna be Cruella, Evil Queen, Hades, or Madame Mim. It's gonna be one of those four. If you are one of those four, be on call.
Be prepared.
Mm-hmm. But not for Scar because he's not coming yet.
That's correct.
Okay.
What is in that discard pile that's worth reshuffling? Let's see.
Going good Beast. And it does not matter at all where you put Monsieur Dark. Okay. Lark has 2 removed obstacles. RJ has 1. And we have 2 for David Easylover as well.
God, let's see.
Surprised
Some
that
wolves
Beast went
over
to the
to.
woods and not to the tavern.
I was thinking the tavern too would be a good spot there. That's another obstacle card gone for RJ.
Mm-hmm. But RJ is now up to full obstacles. Ooh. Killing Cogsworth. Removing an obstacle. Ooh. Come into that light.
Interesting, playing the wolves over to Belle's house from Baby Daisy Lover on the previous turn.
Mm-hmm. I think you just play Mrs. Potts here.
Yeah, no real point in moving Beast.
Actually, no. Moving
unless
Beast.
You want to cover.
Yeah, move Beast to the tavern.
Yeah.
I would have moved Beast to the tavern.
Let's see. We're going to get rid of Mrs. Potts and Chip.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, Chip really isn't doing anything. It's just Mrs. Potts.
Chip is there. Ooh, Lark is just going through his obstacles. He's at 4 removed. No, he didn't fate. Did he fate? He didn't fate.
I don't believe so. Probably not wanting to pop off, but he didn't play card either, did he? Yeah, he did. He played
He
Temper.
played Temper.
He didn't want to pop off any
Beautiful as Maze, yeah.
beautiful as me's. Let's see. What are we gonna see here? Lumiere.
Who can move himself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the two best heroes to get from that. Lumiere and Mrs. Potts can knock themselves right off of the castle there. Discard some cards and play early playing of LeFou. Beautiful as me for Lark, down to 3 obstacles here. Let's see, we're going to get rid of Mrs. Potts and Chip.
Mm-hmm.
And are we going to discard?
Oh.
Did.
Ooh, but in discarding, you triggered Baby Daisy Lovers.
Mm-hmm.
Woof.
I'm going to come into the light again.
Ooh, nice.
So, also down to 3. RJ's in a pretty decent spot. Doesn't have a lot of power, but a lot of those obstacle fate cards are already gone.
But we haven't seen Belle yet.
Haven't seen Belle. We could also see the mirror to put all those back in.
Do you go with the Rose here? What are the odds? It's pretty low odds of pulling Belle.
We are going with it. And yeah, you just put that one back and then remove a different one.
Yeah. I just moved a couple around. Ooh. Coming into the light here. Yeah, you fate first. You need to get out Belle. Maurice is not going to do it. That's funny.
Yeah, that is an option though. Don't give the option of
No, I would play Maurice. Play Maurice to the tavern. Cover up that activate.
That's a possibility. If you do that, you are leaving the option for him to be
That's true. That's true.
defeated and pulling those 2 obstacles right off.
That's very true. Okay, starting to build up some wolves for killing Beast eventually.
Because RJ has used both of his come into the light, so that is not an option for 2 in one go at a time here.
Oh my god, Baby Daisy Lover's down to just 2 on the board.
They all have quite a few obstacles gone here. Interesting, also choosing to fate RJ here.
Well, Baby Daisy Lover can't activate Monsieur Dark, so I think that was the correct option. Activate Monsieur Dark.
Ooh. And didn't get Belle. Got Cogsworth.
Oh, holy ass. There's only 2 left for RJ, 2 left for Baby Daisy Lover. Ooh, Time to Follow
That's a
Me
nice
actually happening. Holy shit.
Did he? Yeah, he didn't. I think he. Oh, there it is though.
Okay.
He still interesting that he still chose to discard after seeing it pop off there a little early.
That's 1 obstacle left. If RJ has Temper, that's game.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because Lark can't fate here.
Mm-hmm.
You see some wolves there.
Mm-hmm.
And do we go ahead and activate? I think so. Oh, interesting. Interesting choosing to take off the castle when you're getting pretty well set up to kill beast.
Oh, just gaining 2.
We do
so
not
it doesn't
have temper.
temper.
Ooh, there's it.
Oh, that hurts.
And it hits hard.
It
1,
is
2,
you,
3,
puts
and
back
4.
an obstacle at every location.
The worst fate card in the deck. When it goes off, like it did. Still need there's Bell.
Oh, yeah, Bell will be clutch here. Cover up that activate. Well, I mean, like, it doesn't matter too much, but...
I mean, honestly, if you have LeFou in hand, you play and vanquish Bell and then activate Mr. Dark.
Mm-hmm. Fate before you discard. Oh, well, I mean, like, he has Bell anyway.
Oh, okay, so you can do the Rose because you're not removing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I almost would have probably double covered the Tavern.
Don't
Oh,
play
wow.
Maurice.
You gotta double cover the Tavern. Not doing it. This is game, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, they needed to double cover that double cover the Tavern there.
Okay, let's
Solid game.
hop into their chat.
Nice.
Getting her favorite Disney movie.
Wow, that was quite a game. Well played, RJ.
Thank you.
Nice game, guys.
Most famous character did it for me.
Well, that was definitely
So,
high tier Gaston play from all 3 of you.
yeah,
Thanks.
I was very fortunate. Got all the obstacle remover cards out early.
Yeah.
Side
That
books,
Yeah.
so that was definitely a benefit.
And then Bell and then
The reshuffle didn't pull anything either. You had a lot of obstacle cards that could have come back out on the reshuffle.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I hope they don't double stack at the tavern.
That's what I was talking about too. Yep.
That's my
I was
fault,
like,
yeah. It's been
And I
fun
just
since I
completely
played
forgot
Gaston,
that
honestly.
time to follow me counted as 2 actions, and that got Bam off for RJ.
Which one counted as 2 actions?
Playing
Time to follow
time
me.
to follow me.
Oh,
This
you
is
played
play
the time to follow me. Okay. I thought you had discarded, but I missed it.
Oh, I discarded after, so I ended up doing 5 actions that turn.
Okay.
But I gained 1 to be able to play it, played it, and it also counted as an action, then vanquished
Right.
and discarded.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Am I going back in for commentary now?
If you want to.
Yep.
Next we are gonna do Cruella. So that is going to be Lauperian, Sticky, and Xavian. I will ping in here.
All right.
Yeah.
Made that a non-fate token game.
Alright.
It.
Wah. Okay.
Stay for more commentary. I can delete the thing real quick.
Delete. Okay, next is going to be Cruella. So let's adjust to Perfectly Wretched.
Right.
Alright, yeah, let's have a co-commentator team. Let's have you all in here.
I say I can stay if you want me to.
Yeah, stick around.
All right.
Let's see
You want to
here.
switch up those icons?
Yeah, I'm just moving stuff around. Oh,
I didn't know if you wanted or like to. Has anyone used the new Mim and Syndrome emotes yet, or the icons?
I don't think so.
Put me on Mim.
Oh, okay. This is a copy.
You were the Lotso for the first little bit, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Why are there? Okay, there's 2 of these for some reason. Okay, if I. All right, let's just make a new.
How many Cruella players do we have?
We have 3. No. Okay, this.
Sad that Zachary did not sign up for Cruella, although he wouldn't have gotten to her anyway, apparently.
Yeah. Okay. How do we? All right, whatever. Let's just add text. I don't even remember. We'll do this. That's so big. What? Go smaller. What? And then we'll make picture. Where is image? Image. And you're gonna be Mim. All right.
We have our second headlining villain here
Yep.
in Cruella.
All right.
Have we seen in the league mirror matches for all the characters, the 18 that we have had in the past?
I think there's a couple we haven't yet.
I can pull up the
Stats. I was trying to remember. I didn't think we'd seen a Horned King.
I know we've seen Gaston because I was the one that played that match, and 2 players on Gaston is not exactly the best thing.
We were talking about that in the intro for this one. Just interesting different strategy for Gaston when he has to play around Beautiful as Me himself.
Indeed.
Yeah, it looks like the only one we have not ever seen is Horned King. Although Cruella seems to only have had 1 before. Gaston was only that one that I played.
Okay.
Everyone else has had more than 1. Yeah, Cruella's only had 1. So has Gaston. And Horned King has not had any. So technically this is the second ever competitive match to have more than 1 Cruella.
Well,
And
that's
the previous Horned King match was the first one. Awesome.
So
Yeah.
we've had a drop. Sticky is not going to be able to come. So we're waiting to see if Xavian shows up. Xavian is currently offline. We'll give Xavian another couple of minutes. Otherwise, he's going to go to Lauperian, who is the only one to show up.
I mean, if we want to have a match, I can jump in on Cruella. I didn't sign up for it, though.
You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
We also do need to get through these characters. So
Yeah.
if Lauperian gets it by forfeit, that's fine. We would then move along to next lowest is Gaston is no longer here. Next to those would be Hades. So who is there for it? Laupyrian would not be around for Hades. So that would automatically go to Alicrat. Oh yeah, because RJ is now Gaston, so we need to lower this. RJ had signed up for Pete, so Pete is now down to 4. No, Pete is at 5. Okay, Pete's at 5.
We skipped 2 matches, then maybe we will have a Pete game tonight. I know someone asked about that.
Yeah, someone else had asked in chat about having the Pete matchup tonight.
I don't think so. Yeah, there's only 2 Hadeses left. So there are. Oh, there's also only 3 Madame Mims. There are 4 Evil Queens. There's 2 Cruellas. Mal still has 6. Mother Gothel still has 5. Pete still has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Prince John.
What about Syndrome?
John has had a lot.
4 for Scar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still 5 for Syndrome. Okay. All right. It's been. I'll give him 1 more minute, and then that's going to be Laupyrian for Cruella. If that ends up being Laupyrian for Cruella, that'll be Alicrat for Hades by default. What did Laupyrian sign up for?
He just said that he's at work. So it looks like he's not able to show up.
All right, Laupyrian. Laupyrian is Cruella. Okay, so doop bop boop. Hopefully, our champions actually show up for the actual tournament.
Yeah.
I think that it because we'll be able to kind of schedule the games around schedules. I think it'll be easier for everyone to come for that. I think it's been a little challenging for some people for the 6 to 11 or 7 to 11 time slot in the Eastern, but it did say in the rules that this was the time slot we were shooting for the prelims. So.
They can sign up for any other characters.
Okay, so Hades is out by default. So Alicrat did Alicrat. Alicrat was also signed up for Mother Gothel. So that means Mother Gothel is now only 4. That does mean next is Madame Mim. Jim Dandy, Lark, and unfortunately Xavian is going to have to miss out this one too. But there will probably be more tomorrow. So Jim Dandy and Lark.
The cascading effect of villains. We'll want to switch our tabletop again.
Oh yeah.
I can do that. We are going to bigger and better. No, well, I need to rechange back to spectator. I do want to see the Madame Mim match, so.
Yeah. Another first for competitive play for the character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Getting Madame Mim, who's currently at 2.
Mark should still be around. And
Yeah,
Jim Dandy wasn't too long ago either.
Lark,
There's Lark.
I think Jim Dandy was just in the Ursula game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one that didn't have an aerial played.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. We can get Mim done. And then after Mim, if Lark wins Mim, the next one will be Scar. If Jim Dandy, this is the last character he signed up for.
So it'll be Scar next either way, or?
Yeah. No, it would be Evil Queen if it goes
Okay.
to Jim Dandy.
I should have. Evil Queen, when I was signing up, I was like, ooh, should I not? And I ended up going with a not, and I should have. Got Larkin drawing a smiley face on the table.
Oh, he's drawn a Kirby, probably.
Oh.
That's kind of like a smiley face.
Yeah.
Just that big pink bubble.
Kirby has a pretty simple expression on his face.
Getting some war paint on. Kirby going to war here.
Pretty sure I did say we were going to get to Meta Mim tonight. Yeah, I did say we were going to have Mim, so...
Jim Dandy doesn't say he's on online on Discord.
Yeah. All right, I'll give Jim Dandy 5 more minutes. If not, Lark will be Meta Mim by default. And then it will be Evil Queen, who Xavian cannot make that match, so it would be Zlay versus Jeremy Scott and Eden.
How many is Maleficent down to?
Maleficent is currently at 6, so Maleficent, Prince John, and Radigan have the most remaining.
Okay. I would help Lark add some artwork, but he does a good enough job, and my artwork would not add anything to the decor. Hand drawing was never my thing. Could do the musical instruments and stuff, but.
Oh, what instruments do you play?
I play trumpet and French horn.
Yeah, got the brass going. I am a double reed player. I do bassoon and oboe.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So, Baby Daisy Lover, you are still signed up for Mother Gothel and Prince John, so you still have a chance.
There's still a chance. Perform an activate or move an item or ally act.
Yes, that is what that card does. Okay, the minutes are ticking by.
Jim Dandy. He has not responded.
Yeah, I do want to give Jim a little more time because this is the last villain he's signed up for, but I also don't want to like waste time if he's not going to show. Years of training at work. Alright, I'll give him until 10:25. Chat, how are y'all doing? Are you enjoying Lark's artwork? I'm not sure what this second piece is.
Maybe a Boo? A Mario?
Oh yeah, it's a Boo.
Or is it Monokuma, maybe?
I think it's a Boo. It's got the eyes. We'll see when he draws a mouth. Okay, I do want to try to get in at least one other match after Mim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we get in one more match, that would leave us with 7 for tomorrow. And if we don't hear back from Jim Dandy, then that's going to go to Lark, which means we're going to be doing Scar next. So Scar, so Sticky can't make it. So it would be between Funny Tunes and Aiden for Scar. All right, it's 10:25. Lark's saying, I did it, I won. All right, so that means Scar is next. So Meta Mim is going to be Lark. This is Lefson's down to 5, Pete is down to 4, Prince John is down to 5, Ratting is down to 5, so everyone is down to a single round. Scar, I need Sticky, Funny Tunes, and Aiden. Sticky cannot compete, so Funny Tunes and Aiden. All the matches in play, that was one of them. Certainly was. All right. Let's try this again. For Evil Comes Prepared. Another headliner.
So if we end up with another one by default, I suppose the three of us could just do like a demo of the villains that we missed. It wouldn't be mirror matches.
I mean, we could.
Each
Yeah,
pick a
I'm
villain.
fine with that.
That way they at least get a showcase in the villain melee streams.
Yeah. All right.
Is Cruella, Mim, and
Hades.
Funny
Hades.
Tunes, I see you in chat. Can you hop into TDS?
And Aiden played earlier tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, he played in the Brazilian
Aiden
match.
mentioned something about taking a nap.
Oh, was that he was supposed to play in the second game too.
He's on
Yeah,
Juna.
Aiden dropped out of Yzma. I'm not sure what was going on there.
He's on Do Not Disturb right now.
Yeah.
He did respond to us.
Or we could just also take a nap.
Okay. I believe Funny Tunes is on TTS.
That was his name from the other day, I believe.
Okay. Awesome. We will give Aiden, let's say, 5 minutes. And then
That
we'll just...
on Discord says he's playing Tabletop Simulator, but I don't know how old that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think that someone in the chat had said that he was still just kind of sitting in the voice chat channel that they were in when they had the Yzma match.
Yeah. I don't know what that was about.
Maybe the computer was just left up and running and never closed out of stuff.
Yeah, it's possible. As for playing like a show match, maybe. I don't know. I think it might be better to just call it a night if that happens.
As I say, it was kind of said in jest, but
Yeah.
you know, if we all wanted to, I'd be fine. If not, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, I'm fine with playing another game.
Okay, so Sticky is out. This goes down to 2. Versus Aiden. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Everyone's tired. Making me even more sleepy.
It's funny how catching yawns can be.
Very much so.
And
I'm
it
sure this
seems
will
like
all be just fully engaging for people rewatching this. Like if I throw this up onto YouTube, like, oh, here's all this, like an hour of downtime as we wade through TTS difficulties and then people not showing up.
So I guess that would be a point in favor of not doing another match, and you just kind of like chop the feed at the end of the Gaston. No outro, just silence.
All right. Aiden has had 5 minutes to respond and has not. And also dropped out of Yzma, and I was kind of not happy about that, the way that was handled. So I'm gonna give it to Funny Tunes. He says, "Woohoo!"
Glad we assembled a whole commentary team.
All right.
Yes, our commentary team has done a fantastic job. Everyone has been inspired to come and play.
All right, one. Oh yeah, Madam Mim has been decided. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 left for tomorrow. They are all single rounds.
Do you have any thoughts on who would be first?
It's gonna be Evil Queen first.
Okay.
It's gonna be, yeah. I'm gonna set a schedule, and we're gonna keep to the schedule. We're gonna do Evil Queen, Mother Gothel, Pete, Maleficent, Prince John, Radigan, Syndrome. Or I mean, like all these players are gonna have to be here, and if they're not here, well, then they don't get anything. But we are gonna start with
Hopefully
Evil
it'll
Queen.
be there.
Because there are Evil Queen players in each of the other matches, so we will see how things go down.
I was gonna say, do we have 7 players left amongst the villains?
Amongst the
Or
villains, we've got 1. So we got Zlay, Xavian, Stone, Metacross. So that's 4. We got Jeremy X Scott. That's 5. Jage is 6. Giantrea is 7. Dispyrus is 8. Chocolate is 9. Butter King is 10. We got Baby Daisy. We got Azure Horizon, who only picked Pete. And Aiden, if they show up tomorrow. So yeah, there are plenty of people. We are guaranteed, as long as Chocolate shows up, we are guaranteed a Prince John. As long as Azure Horizon shows up, we are guaranteed a Pete. Is anyone else left with a single villain? If Metacross shows up, we're guaranteed a Syndrome.
I think we'll get it.
Yeah, I think we will. All right. This is kind of petered out a little bit at the end here, but we will finish this up tomorrow. I think I will try to start at 7 again, but we will do that tomorrow. I'll post details as usual. Ending a little earlier today, but I'm going to be pinging everyone. So everyone who is playing either of those villains needs to be on call tomorrow, and I will be pinging all of them. Be like, you need to be here. All right. Well, thank you very much, Way to Play. Thank you very much, Baby Daisy Lover, for helping me commentate. Thank you to everyone who came out tonight, and congratulations to our new champions. We have Lauperian as Krilliville. We have Perb as Dr. Facilier. We have RJG2 as Gaston. We have Alacrat, as Hades. We have Lark as Madame Mim. We have Funny Tunes as Scar. We have Hob Gungan as Ursula. And King of Hope as Yzma, joining the roster of the rest. And we will get our final 7 champions tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.